Hey guys, welcome back to the Lawrenceville Bicentennial podcast, the podcast where we talk to the people that know Lawrenceville best. I'm your host, Nate McGill from Gwinnett Magazine. Today we're back on the podcast talking about two killer events coming to the city of Lawrenceville. A big car show happening really soon in the Depot District. And of course, my favorite holiday, Free Comic Book Day. Oh my gosh, this whole city square is going to be covered up with all kinds. It's going to look like Comic-Con out here, man. It's going to be Spider-Man. It's going to be people dressed up. It's going to be cool. Today on the podcast, we're talking all about these two killer events. You don't want to miss it. Check it out. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Lawrenceville Bicentennial podcast. This is a show that's about just some great, fun stuff happening in the city. If you love cars, if you love comics, this show is for you. Got some fun stuff going on in the city of Lawrenceville. Here in the studio today, we have Lindsay and Milo. They're here to tell us all about it. Lindsay, why don't you start off? Welcome back to the show.
Awesome.
And
Thank
maybe you
you
can just introduce yourself again for the folks who haven't seen the last episode.
So my name is Lindsay Curnow, and I have been with the city of Lawrenceville since 2021. I helped kind of establish a lot of the bicentennial events, workshops, things like that, as we added on about 15 additional events in that year.
Wow.
From there, I've been with the city since then. Prior to the city of Lawrenceville, I worked with the city of Sugar Hill in their events team and then in their Parks and Recreation department.
Awesome.
And I have a degree in hotel, restaurant, and tourism management.
All right. Well, welcome back. We're excited to talk about some Free Comic Book Day, all kinds of fun stuff. Milo, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you do at the city?
Yeah, my name's Milo. I grew up in Lawrenceville, and then when I became an adult, I ran away from Lawrenceville.
Okay.
Traveled for a while, got to experience a lot of really fun events. Lived in Nashville for a little while.
Cool.
One of my events there was a honky tonk, and then moved to Birmingham for about 10 years and got to watch that city develop, got to be a part of a lot of cool events, and owned a vintage shop at one point, have done a lot of stuff.
Is that where you got that hat?
No, I stole this from a friend. Dang.
Love it though.
And now I'm back in Lawrenceville, and I'm able to kind of share some of the stuff that I've picked up on my travels.
That's cool.
With the community, and I'm pumped to be an event coordinator there, and been working with Lindsay also since 2021. So,
well, you guys do a fantastic job on events. Just from the mere scope of all the different kinds of things that are going on, yeah, there's something for everybody that they can kind of gravitate towards and enjoy. And so rather than just having your events represent the city from one particular southern small town American point of view, you guys really create events that are for just all kinds of different people, whether it's a fan of comics or it's motorheads that love cars or it's different cultural backgrounds in our very diverse community here that can come to festivals and shows, all different kinds of music performances. I mean, there's a lot going on in Lawrenceville that is available. Maybe to give us a scope of like some of the things that happen during the year, just like a brief overview, and then we'll go like on a deeper dive in actually the next episode, because we're going to keep you guys here for 2 podcasts, okay? But give it kind of the brief overview of some of the events, the kinds of events happening in Lawrenceville.
Yeah. Do you want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
So we have events that span all different kinds of interests, and some things feel very niche, but I think we do a really great job at diversifying what we're offering, because that's part of what it takes to build community. Is you want to be attracting different people from different walks of life in the same community and bringing them together to show that they have something that they can share in common. So whether that's concerts or international festivals or anything that somebody may have an interest in, we like to try to make that as broad as possible so that we can have more people engaging with it.
I see. Yeah, that's really great.
I would also say that every event we do, not just the event series in general is it diverse, but the event itself is multi-generational. It's everyone from 2 to 200 can enjoy themselves. They can always find something. There's ways to participate by yourself. There's ways to participate with your pets. There's ways to participate with your family, your friends. I mean, it is really supposed to be any event that you walk into, you should be able to find something that you enjoy.
Wow.
Whether it be, like you said, a Motorhead event or a concert, a movie night, or a holiday-based event, fall festival. I mean, it really should
Well, let's jump into learning about a little bit about this car show.
Yeah.
All right, because whether you have a deep appreciation for vehicles, old, new, classic. I mean, or you just appreciate the work that gets put into restoring these amazing vehicles. I mean, I love a good car show. I don't know what it is about it, but I just like going down there, whether it's family or even just sometimes I need a stress break. I'm going to go looking at cars and then starting to talk to the people who have worked on these things, and they're kind of showing off their pride and joy, and they have an opportunity to compete. Maybe tell us what's going on, when's it happening, and what is in store for us.
Well, I'll tell you that before kind of inheriting this event last year, it was one of my first big events that I worked on. I'd never been to a car show.
What?
Yeah. So I had this idea in my mind that car shows were going to be loud engines and all kinds of stuff going on. And I didn't know really how I connected with that. But there's this amazing, there's an amazing nonprofit called Beyond the Ribbon, who we have partnered with. This will be our second time partnering with them. And they provide resources for families that are experiencing cancer.
I gotcha.
And so just a great mission that was really inspiring. And one thing that I was told by them was, cancer isn't demographic. It can affect anybody.
Yeah.
And just like cars, there are so many cultures that engage with that. And so that kind of got my wheels turning, and was able to see how a car show could become almost like a mini cultural festival.
It is,
with
for sure.
Food from all over the world. We've got great music that's not just hitting one genre, but we've got everything from country to hip hop to salsa going down the car show. So I'm really excited about that. And it's going to be a good time. There's a lot of kid activities going on. There's going to be kids painting cars. There's of course your bouncy houses, which everybody loves, and hopefully a racetrack. All kinds of cool things. It's a big spectacle. You show up, you'll see all kinds of stuff. It's almost too much to try to plan out. I want to see all of this stuff. You just kind of have to come and experience it.
Yeah,
and you'll see cars from all over the world, and multiple cultures. So I'm just excited to be a part of it.
That's really cool. Our cars really are diverse. Man, they're from all over the world. You obviously, when I think of car show, my mind automatically goes to the classics. I'm thinking about a classics, American muscle cars, which the guys who work on those, they're in the garage, they're making it work, they're going from car show to car show. But then the car culture of a few years later, you get into the tuner cars, you get into like other kind of, and it's a different culture. Then you have, of course, your European. Everybody is into their own thing, and cars say so much about who we are as people. So it kind of makes sense that you can use that to build a really cool cultural moment. Where are they having it at? Where's the
so
event?
it's happening down in the Depot District, which is where the breweries are, between both breweries. So that's another thing I'm excited about, is bringing in beer culture to it. So both breweries will be pouring together. And that's awesome. I'm really excited. My personal favorite, I think, are the lowriders. I'm really excited to see the lowrider section.
It's a little higher. All right. I got that in. I didn't think I'd sing that on this show, but I did.
Proud of you.
Awesome. Well, that's really, really cool. So when is this happening? When is it going down?
So this is going down April 29th.
April the 29th.
From 12 to 5.
Okay, awesome. Well, we will definitely be there. You got bands playing all day. You got breweries. DJs. You can walk around, look at some amazing cars, talk to some people, and all for a great cause. All the donations and probably all the entry fees. If are the entries done? Like, is everybody already signed up, or are they open?
That's something I've learned about car culture, is they're not really going to sign up until the very last minute.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of the scary part about throwing these events, is you really don't know, but they always come. Last year, I think we had about 168 cars.
Wow.
We've got room for about 200, so we're hoping to fill that up. But those are pouring out, and I'll be sure to share a link if anybody's watching that is interested in.
Yeah, definitely. We'll put it in the show notes for sure. When they sign up, I guess this is all going for a cause. It's a good cause. It affects everybody's family, and I think that you guys should have some pretty good turnout there. I mean, it's for a good cause. You've got something really, really fun for families to come and enjoy. It sounds like it'll be a great day in Lawrenceville. So, Awesome. Get out for the car show, guys. What's it called? What are y'all calling it?
Show your ride for the ribbons. And
Show
it's a
your
car
ride for
show
the
in
ribbons.
Depot.
Love it. All right. Get out to the Depot District. Check that out. Lindsay, tell us about one of our favorite annual events in Lawrenceville. Free Comic Book Day is happening again, and it's happening soon. First Saturday in May, is that?
Yep.
Okay.
Always the first Saturday in May. So mark your calendars off now here through the end of time.
Right.
First Saturday in May.
Unless we have another pandemic.
Yes. Which even then, it still happens that year, which is much later. It's exactly the next weekend after car show. So it really is, if you're looking for things to do, you got back-to-back events. So we got stuff to do for everyone.
Man, that's awesome.
I don't even know where to start this year.
Man, you guys like amped it up big time last year.
Yes. So if you haven't seen the Bicentennial podcast on last year's Free Comic Book Day, definitely go check that out to kind of see.
Yeah, we had Kyle out here from Galactic Quest. He's always he's been doing comics in Lawrenceville for over 30 years. Incredible local business, good fan following over there.
Absolutely.
And, he really did kind of help spur that on originally, kind of because he was around longer than the downtown development was, a little bit outside the square. But when he moved in, getting a lot of those downtown businesses involved, starting it off. But really not until last year did the city really get oh, wow, let's embrace this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So prior to me coming on board, it had usually just been a downtown business. So it was more, the businesses would be involved. It was just a small kind of gathering on the square. There wasn't a whole lot of additional activities to do besides maybe some characters, things like that. Well, I came on board and I was like, no. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it right and we're going to amp it up. And so in August of 2021, when we did that, we kind of expanded upon bringing in additional vendors and local artists and things like that.
Sure.
We tried trivia, things like that at the lawn. So it was more outdoor and open spaced. And then once the Lawrenceville Art Center opened up, I was able to establish the home base of the event in the Lawrenceville Art Center. And bring in panelists, more artists, more independent creators, and more things for people to be involved with, like the Southern Fried Gaming Expo and things like that.
Sure, yeah.
Well,
very
this
cool.
year, we've listened to the community, and we've heard that they want even more interactive things to do.
Okay.
And they want more opportunities to learn and engage with different hobbies and different kind of nerd or geek kind
So it's
of
becoming
culture.
like a full con.
It is totally.
You think? Yeah.
Last year it was a mini Comic-Con, and this year it is a mini Comic-Con times 2. Still not a full-on Comic-Con, but we're getting closer. It is packed full of stuff. So we've got interactive workshops that range from stage combat workshops to puppetry workshops to how to draw manga art to how to draw a comic book, how to budget and plan, a cosplay. We have a full cosplay contest this year that we're bringing in.
Wow,
3 amazing professional and award-winning cosplayers are coming in and have curated this contest. Your cosplay has to be about 70% handmade, so you have to have built 70% of your costume. And we will be giving out 3 different awards, novice, journeyman, and masters, which is the exact same way they would do that at MomoCon or DragonCon, any of your other major conventions here in Georgia or all over the country, the world. And those prizes are going to be really good prizes. They're about monetarily equivalent to about $200 worth of cosplay supplies and equipment and things like that. So that's something we're super excited for and ready to bring in. Of course, we'll have over 1 ton of comics again.
Yeah,
so that's another thing to look forward to. And this year's lineup of comics is stellar. So we have tons of stuff to choose from there. And then we've got performances going on all day. So we've got aerialist performances. We've got bubble shows going on. At the end of the day, we'll have an improv short form comedy show.
Wow.
There'll be a podcast recording. So if you
Very cool.
want to be involved in a podcast recording, I mean, there's tons of stuff to look at.
Very cool.
The cosplayers who are participating in judging for the event and things like that will also have some of their costumes on display as well. So you'll get to learn about their build process and what it takes and how many hours it could take to going into some of these meticulously planned costumes. And it's going to be a grand old time.
Man, awesome. So it's great for everybody, not even if you're just not into the con culture of all of it, or comics. Man, who doesn't love a superhero? Yeah. I mean, when you go down, this is this is not, and this is also true for the car show, by the way. You think about who these events are for. Sure, if they're for fans, we'll take them. We love fans. We love the car culture. We love the comic culture. But it's also, in general, like you guys are making this for families. It's a cool opportunity to bring your kids, see folks dressed up like Spider-Man walking down the car. You're going to get some great pictures. If you're an Instagram person and you are using your feed to impress your friends, then you're going to impress them on either one of these days.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay?
Oh, and car show's bleeding into Free Comic Book Day this year. So Beyond the Ribbon has agreed to do 2 different things for us this year.
Wow.
They have found some individuals who own some really awesome cars that are like fan inspired.
Movie cars.
So not necessarily movie cars, but like more fan.
Oh, fan inspired.
Yeah,
Okay, I got you.
It could be something like a Shrek car where the car looks like has different images and things like that of Shrek. It could be something completely different. It could be wrapped in a certain character. And they're also going to do kind of a board game library. So if you enjoy board games, tabletop games, card games, things like that, they'll be doing an opportunity to where you can sit outside and play board games with your families and friends, and
very cool.
Maybe even strangers, meet some new people. So Beyond the Ribbon is also coming and supporting our event as well, and it's just a great way to see the 2 events working together.
Wow, that's great. So we have Beyond the Ribbon sponsoring the car show. It's really going to the cause there, and then also making some contributions to Free Comic Book Day. Are there other sponsors that get involved with Free Comic Book Day at this point, or how does that work?
Absolutely. So we have sponsors for all of our events.
I gotcha.
So there's different people who work with it. I mean, Free Comic Book Day is mostly partnered with Galactic Quest. So that's like our main partner.
Sure, of course.
And you'll see all of that. The Lawrenceville Arts Center has been overly welcoming with letting us use the space and being able to provide us with different connections and things like that as well. So that's a great opportunity for us to work with them all the time. We're working with the Gwinnett Public Library this year as well. So they're bringing in some of their learning lab of stuff. So if you've ever been interested in learning how to podcast, 3D print, using a Cricut machine, learning how to sew.
Oh man, it's like a whole creative culture there.
Yeah, they will have a whole opportunity for people to do that. They're also going to bring out information on what they call a game jam, which is inspiring game developers and things like that who either want to do video games, board games, things like that. If you just like to create games and have people play them, that's a great opportunity.
It's a great day in pop culture out in Lawrenceville, just to get out there. No matter what you're into, you can really kind of find people like you do things like this. I think that's the definition of culture that best works and fits for a lot of the things that we do. But people like us do things like this, kind of fits into that. And when you come out to these kind of events, you sort of see like yourself and your interests and people that are like you. And it's a great opportunity to meet people, talk with families, and build some bonds with your community. Yeah,
and try something new. I mean, everything is always about trying something new and to gain a new experience. So we like to provide that opportunity as much as possible.
Well, last year was very cool. Y'all had the Ghostbuster folks out there last year.
I've got to get in contact with them this year, but I'm hoping they'll still say yes.
And I mean, just there's just so much. I mean, there's so much. So that's pretty awesome. So 2 great big events happening in the city of Lawrenceville. We've got the car show in the depot. We've got Free Comic Book Day happening. And it's all happening relatively soon. So you want to get out to Lawrenceville, bring your cameras, because it's going to be a pretty great opportunity for some cool photos, whether it's cars or folks dressed up as Thor, Awesome. Well, we are going to continue our conversation in the next episode, guys. I want to dig deeper. I want to know how you guys both got into the roles that you're in. I want to know what goes behind the scenes to put one of these kinds of events together, because the scale is enormous. But I hope you heard about these 2 events. I hope that you guys are coming out. We need everybody to come out, because we need this to be bigger than what's happening in San Diego or Pebble Beach. That's, you know what I mean? Like, this is the place to be. We're going to do it. We have the opportunity to do it. We need everybody to come out and be a part of it. We know that you'll enjoy it, and your families will enjoy it too. So until next time, which is coming up pretty soon, this is the Lawrenceville Bicentennial Podcast. You guys have a great day.